well, an alien drone is supplemental methylfolate dangerous as supplemental folate or folic acid. Um, I don't believe in methylfolate supplementation or any of these supplements, whatever. Folic acid, um, folate is the actual really hard to buy folate. It's usually as methylfolate, methylcobalamin. Sorry. Um, uh, Methylfolate or folic acid. Folate, you most likely are going to get it in food. Um, yeah, it's sort of and the way either the methylfolate is most supplements. It's not the way naturally it would be sort of found in foods in the same way as in a supplement, because I read it ages ago. It's something to do with the production process and the way they need to stabilize it. I can't remember what they attach additionally, to change the chemical structure in order to allow it to bond properly and be stable. It's a long time ago since I've read this sort of stuff. But look, the best way is getting it from food. You don't need a lot because your body can actually convert enzymatically and produce its own endogenous folate. So it's less of a problem, as it can also it produces endogenous choline. I just can't do it. I'm one of those 2 to 4% of people that don't have that gene is silenced in me, and I just can't do it. Most people can. So you don't have to worry about that. As I said, as long as you support that enzymatic pathway with enough meat and get enough basically riboflavin in, which is the highest source is meat, even 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces, you get shitloads. You'll get more, I believe, more than 100%. So you tend to, let's say a pound of meat, you're getting 500-600%. You're getting shitloads. You will support that pathway. It's the majority of people that have this problem, which you find that naturopaths are dealing with, are people who are on a plant-based diet. They have very low riboflavin, and that is why you notice it in these people. It's a plant-based diet disease. Even the sad dieters don't have this problem because some of them get enough meat every day. It's really this MTHFR is an issue of the veganerized plant-based community. And, and basically they're naturopaths, they're vegan naturopaths have basically made a business out of it. So no, you don't need it. And if you take too much folate, you will induce B12 deficiency and also create pernicious anemia. Not a good idea. I mean, I think even Chris Master John actually did a video on this, actually talking about you can actually give massive amounts, doesn't make no difference, to improving that status, because it doesn't, because you got to get the enzyme to work properly, and only riboflavin, as I showed in that, does it. So I can't remember. I think it was who. No, it wasn't Lukey. One of my subscribers sent me the video of Chris talking to some lady she was a proponent, a naturopath he was talking to, and she sort of believed in folic acid and all that, and so she was big on that. He was sort of lukewarm about it, but she was sort of because he actually said to her, look, even if it doesn't really seem to sort anything out. He hasn't seen anything in the literature. Neither have I. But I have come across that, and that was a couple of years back. That video that he did with this lady was, I think, about, I can't remember now, about a year ago, I think it was. So, yeah. But, yeah, look. Yeah, it's crazy, the sort of stuff out there. Technically, I say to people, No, you do not want that stuff in your system. You want to just get things to work properly. It's the critical thing, and a species appropriate diet seems to sort things out without creating. And that's why people who get on a species appropriate diet, their homocysteine levels go down, collapse. You know, even I mean, Sean Baker did his tests and they were way down, and many others. So some people have sent me to, I don't know why they send me the stuff. They go, "Oh, look, Harry, I checked and I find my homocysteine levels are down." I go, you didn't need to tell me that. If you're doing it, if you're doing a species appropriate diet, I know that will happen automatically. It's, if you take a look at the studies, I did a homocysteine one. I did actually a video on that specific issue some time ago. That was basically with Gregor. Actually, that was a very funny one. I actually enjoyed that. That was one of my funniest videos, actually. I really enjoyed that. Had good humor. It's about an hour and a half, but it does have some humor in it as well, and people really enjoy it. Are vegans like Dr. Gregor right that meat increases homocysteine levels? And I actually show that even when you infuse methionine, it actually goes down. So, yeah, it's irrelevant. It's really the animal foods are the ones that actually correct this problem. And even in the studies, vegans have got really super high, some of them as high as 27, excessively high. And Gregor actually shows all the evidence. That's the funny thing about it. It's Sir Vagoon himself that actually basically shows all the evidence for all this nonsense that they peddle.